Over the past few years, the company's been pretty consistent when it comes to beefing up the camera game on its Galaxy S Ultra lineup. Each new model seems to bring in at least one major upgrade: a new sensor, better zoom, improved low-light performance, something to keep the hype alive. The Galaxy S25 Ultra was no exception. It gave us a much-needed upgrade to the ultra-wide lens, bumping it up to a 50-megapixel sensor. That might not sound groundbreaking on paper, but it was a big leap from the old 12-megapixel ultra-wide cam, which, fun fact, had been hanging around since the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. That's a solid 4 generations of flagships using the same aging sensor. So yeah, that upgrade felt long overdue. Now fast forward to 2025 and the buzz is all about what's coming next: the Galaxy S26 Ultra. You'd think Samsung would keep up the momentum, right? Well, according to a recent leak from Panda Flash Pro, the company might be tapping the brakes a little this time around. Instead of giving us a full-blown camera overhaul, it looks like they're keeping most of the S25 Ultra setup intact. Here's what we're allegedly getting: a 200-megapixel main sensor, same as last year, though there are whispers of it being tweaked under the hood with newer pixels and an updated lens. A 50-megapixel ultra-wide camera, again, same as the S25 Ultra. A 50-megapixel 5x telephoto lens, you guessed it, also carried over from last year. At first glance, it sounds like Samsung is playing it super safe, but hang on, there's still one piece of the puzzle that could shake things up: the fourth rear camera. For the past few Ultra models, Samsung's been rocking a 10-megapixel 3x telephoto camera. It's not bad, but compared to the rest of the hardware, it's definitely the weakest link in the chain. That might finally change with the S26 Ultra. The leak suggests Samsung is looking to swap out that sensor for something new, possibly something a lot more powerful. One name that's being thrown around is the ISOCELL Gen 5 sensor. Samsung actually unveiled this one last year, marketing it as a versatile piece of camera tech that could work in either ultra-wide or telephoto roles. If they end up using it for the 3x telephoto position, we might be looking at a big jump in clarity, low light performance, and maybe even faster autofocus. Now back to that 200-megapixel main sensor. While the resolution isn't changing, Samsung might be refining it with improved pixel tech and a new lens design. In plain English, better photos, cleaner details, and possibly improved color accuracy. It's not a revolution, but it could be one of those you'll notice it when you see it kind of upgrades, especially in challenging lighting conditions. And let's not forget the S Pen. Yep, it's still there, still has its cozy little slot inside the phone. That's great news for longtime Note users who rely on the stylus for quick notes, sketches, or just fiddling around. But here's the twist: the leaker hinted that future Galaxy Ultra phones might ditch the built-in S Pen slot entirely. Not this year, but somewhere down the line. If that happens, it'll definitely mark the end of an era. Now let's talk about wireless charging. We're living in the age of MagSafe, magnetic foam grips, and stick-on wallets, so it's a little disappointing that Samsung still isn't building magnetic support into the phone itself. Just like the S25 Ultra, the S26 Ultra won't have an integrated magnetic ring for Qi 2 wireless charging or accessories. If you're hoping to use magnetic wallets, chargers, or mounts, you'll need a compatible case with magnets built in. Not the most elegant solution, but it works. So, overall, what's the vibe? The S26 Ultra, at least based on what we know right now, seems more like a fine-tuning year than a revolutionary leap. Most of the camera hardware is being reused, but there's still potential for noticeable improvements in image quality and performance. And while the camera changes might feel a little tame, other rumors, like a variable aperture lens, a larger battery, and a serious performance boost, could give this phone the wow factor it needs. As always, take this early leak with a grain of salt. Panda Flash Pro isn't exactly a household name in the leak world, so some of this could change as we get closer to launch. Still, it raises an interesting question. Would you be cool with Samsung keeping things familiar but polished, or were you hoping for something completely new and exciting? Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you're holding out for the next big leap, tell me what you really want to see in the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Until next time, stay safe.